Thank you, Clement, for that report. Indeed, it will be interesting to see how that conversation proceeds now. Is Deputy President Kithure Kindiki legal in office tonight? Legal experts are scratching their heads on the ruling by the Court of Appeal that Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu acted beyond her constitutional mandate when she empaneled a 3-judge bench to hear consolidated petitions challenging the impeachment of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Legal minds are split on the ruling, while a section say the ruling effectively rendered Kindiki an illegitimate Deputy President. Others say the court did not address the issue of the holder of the office. Can former Deputy President use this ruling to return to his office position? Now, KTN's Daniel Kariuki interrogates.
Legal experts, especially those involved in constitutional matters, are at crossroads of a Court of Appeal ruling on former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua case. On Friday, the Court of Appeal declared the empanelment of a 3-judge bench by Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu to hear consolidated petitions filed by former Deputy President as illegal. The ruling has triggered a wave of constitutional debate, with the legal experts divided over the impact of the ruling. Some claim that Kindiki is unlawfully holding office. They argue that the landmark decision has discredited the bench, a decision that now essentially reinstates the original conservatory orders that had stopped Kindiki's accession to the position. Rarieda MP, who is also a lawyer, Otiende Amolo, however, holds that the judgment cannot mean that Professor Kindiki is in office illegally. He says, and I quote, "There was no court order that stopped the impeachment. The court can make observation here and there, but even a new bench will not stop a process that was complete." Senior counsel Dr. George Haminwa has also waded into the constitutional crisis surrounding the deputy presidency, declaring that Kindiki is no longer legally in office following the verdict. Haminwa says, and I quote, "Gachagua should continue to serve as deputy president," end of quote. Lawyer Morara Omoke says the ruling did not interfere with the holder of the position. He says, and I quote, "The deputy president may be in office de facto. It is a reality he is discharging certain functions, but under the law, he will have to wait for the fresh hearing of the petitions to confirm whether he is in office legally," end of quote. Morara Omoke argues that with the directions that the matter be referred to Chief Justice Martha Koome, it was now expected that another bench could be formed to hear the cases by Gachagua and the team. He added that the same bench could be reinstated by the CJ. He says, and I quote, "The first issue of that bench would be obviously to hear afresh the cases that were heard by those 3 judges without authority," end of quote. Eyes remain on CJ Koome. Daniel Kariuki, KTN.
And several companies have shut down in Kwale County over the last